Hey everybody, this is Sean Mahoney showing you my final project for 1420 Advanced Web Design, my craftorium as I called it here. Kind of walk through some of the stuff that was on the assignment. Made a logo up here. It looks like a little vase, stuff on it. We've got the navigation over here with the search as well. We've got menus and submenus. As you can see, we've got the big slider here where you can go to the featured pages. Down here we have some of the blog stuff. I filled them all in with just lorem ipsum and some images, but if you went to one of them, you could see that we do, in fact, have some social media stuff down here, and we have enabled commenting. So if I'm logged in currently, but if you were logged in, you'd be able to leave a comment under your username there. And we also have in the widget areas over here, we have the different products and a product search. Let me check out some of the other pages here. I also just made, for each of these, just lorem ipsum again, but we have, some pictures, and in each of these pages would contain different content. Pop up over here to my WooCommerce powered shopping site. Got a list of stuff that we have for sale here in our 3 different categories. We have pottery, tapestry, and musical instruments. Got a couple items that are on sale. Check those out for a little discount. We got the pagination down here so you can cycle through and see everything, but of course if you wanted to just, you're only interested in tapestries, boom, there you go, tapestries. So we got all of that. You can take a look behind the scenes a little bit here. As you can see, we got WooCommerce powering all our products. I use the social media icons. These are actually pretty cool. They have little pop-ups, so like on Facebook, for instance, I can have them like the page or share the page or visit. You can also set it just to take you to the company's Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. We have the mail to link, of course, there as well. That's a neat one that I liked. And actually, in order to get this widget right here where I used another plugin that I like called the CWA custom widget area. And you just kind of, provide a little bit of information and it creates a little short code for you. Or in this case, I used the PHP code. And then you can just plug that into your PHP file where you want the widget to show up. So there's where I got my, site customization and child theme stuff. I went in and plugged that custom widget area in so that would be on every page. Oh, what else do we have in the plugins? I use a few different plugins regularly. Shortcodes Ultimate, I use that on literally every site I make. The custom widget, the Super Cache, which builds like HTML pages and caches them for you to speeds up your website. WordFence Security is the other big one. Let me go take a look at that right now. Which I think in order to do, since we did the fresh install on multi-site, I think you have to go to the network administrator to do the WordFence. WordFence is another plugin that I put on every site that I make, even just the free one. You get, your firewall, your scheduled scans. This rate limiting is really where the real magic is here. A huge percentage of WordPress site hacks are these brute force hacks. If we scroll way down here, we have all this different rate limiting stuff where, if people are hitting these vulnerable URLs and they're getting 404s, you get a bunch of them, you can block that IP and that ISP. I like a lot of the crawlers here to do whatever they want, but then you kind of block some other things. if people are trying to log in more than 5 times, I'm going to block them for 10 minutes. This discourages a lot of that brute force hacking. And it will blacklist IP addresses and ISPs, and you even get a report of different like geographical areas where some of this attacks are coming from. And then actually the other thing that I did for security reasons, if I log out real quick here, if you went to my website, which is seantmahoney.com/final project. That's where I have the subdirectory where I did that multi-site. And you went to the normal WP admin, you're going to get a 404 error here. That's by design, because what I did was I moved my sign-in page to get signed in. And this is where you have to go to log in now on this site. And the reason you do that is that a lot of these automated bots know that domain name /wordp admin or WP admin is where that login is, and that's where they'll go to try those brute force attacks. If you move that, automatically those bots can't find you. So that's some of the stuff I did there, and then of course we're working with Yoast, which we're all used to by now. I'll get the sitemap. We're using the advanced settings here. In the dashboard, when I connected my Google Search Console through the Webmaster Tools, I like to check in on these notifications. Right now, of course, it's just telling me to give them a 5-star rating, which I've already done several times from different accounts because it is a great plugin. And then maybe the most important thing in Yoast, which I didn't do a ton with because I use so much Lorem Ipsum, so I have these low scores, but of course some of the most important things that you can do are these keyword and readability settings. Check out your meta descriptions, your keywords, find all these things. These are all things, very easy things you can do to improve that search engine optimization. So back over to the site here for one last look through. I don't think I missed anything there. We've got the search, the shop, got a full bunch of pages of items. Hopefully the design is pretty enough. Oh, the other thing, yeah, I customized that footer as well. Got rid of the powered by WordPress and the name of the theme. And quite honestly, I'm using Corporate Key as the name of this theme. It's not my favorite theme that I've ever worked with, but I wanted to try something new. Like right now, these lists are looking good, but I tried to use the recently viewed widget over here, and these LI elements, these dots were popping over on top of there was some weird stuff going on. I had to do some weird CSS stuff to I'll show you one of them. This was a super annoying thing about this theme, that the slider on full screen, I was able to have this nice little I'll turn it back on here, this nice little caption with, let's see if I exit out, but you see how it kind of pushes up on there now, and it just, when the screen shrinks, that caption gets in the way of things. But it was cool and on full, but once you did that, it made kind of, as you can see, this mobile trigger, that was the same thing. If I pop over here and shrink the screen down, I'll show you this mobile trigger right here that switches over for your mobile menu. Real nice responsive element that I like very much. But if we X that out real quick, come over here and refresh. See, it does some weird stuff, like punch that down into the middle, starts getting in the way of your, see that, what are they doing there? So I mean, I guess with every theme you run into some of that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much what all my CSS was just trying to fix dumb things with the theme, which I guess is kind of WordPress in a nutshell, right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my site.